Hey everyone, this week's workout is a 20-minute full body Pilates class. No equipment needed, just you and your mat. When you're ready, go ahead and start by laying all the way down on your back on the mat and hug those knees into your chest. From here, I just want you to gently rock from side to side, take a few deep breaths, give your low back a nice massage, and then lengthen your legs out to tabletop. Palms are going to press into your knees, so just above your knees. Knees are going to press right back into your palms, and right away you're going to feel your center core fire up. Good. Ribcage tight. Inhale. Go ahead and send your left arm and left leg away from your midline. Exhale, draw right back into that tabletop position. Now let's go ahead and switch sides. Inhale, right arm, right leg extends away. Exhale, gently draw back in. Keep it going in this dead bug, alternating side to side, nice and slow as we warm our center core up. And a few things I want you to remember here. Gently drop your navel into your spine and try your best to keep your low back on the mat. If you want to amp it up, you can go ahead and lift your head, neck, and shoulders into a little upper body crunch. And as you lengthen, same side, arm and leg away from your midline, I want your opposite hand and knee to be feeling that pressure. Hand against your knee, knee against your hand. So we're really feeling both sides of our obliques here. Good, keep it going. Using that breath with the movement. Let's go ahead and take one more each side, nice and slow. And when you're finished, hug those knees into your chest, nice and quick. We're gonna go ahead and plant our feet on the mat, hip width apart. Hands will go behind our head, elbows nice and wide, and we're gonna prepare for crunches. Here we go. Inhale down, exhale, lift and crunch, head, neck, and shoulders. Try to keep the core nice and tight like we were with the dead bug. So navel lowers into your spine. For these crunches, low back will try to stay on the mat. And I want you to lace your rib cage nice and tight like a corset. Good. Chin away from your chest. Inhale down. Exhale, lift and crunch. Hips stay nice and stable. Really relax your head into your hands so we're not holding tension in our neck. Keep it going. We're going to be adding on to these crunches. Next time you crunch, lift your right leg up to tabletop and lower down. Left leg up to tabletop. Lower, so just alternating legs to tabletop, keeping the upper body crunch going. Nice, breathe through it. You may move as fast or slow as your body needs today. Keep dropping that navel down to spine, spine into mat. Really activating that core. Inhale down, exhale, lift and crunch, nose to knee. Let's take one more each side. Good, and go ahead and place your legs up to tabletop. Lift and crunch, bend the elbows towards your knees, full extension crunch. Lower the head, neck, and shoulders as you stretch the legs out in front of you on a high diagonal. Keep it going. So exhale, small ball, elbows to knees. Inhale, lengthen down, stretch the legs, point the toes. Everything comes in at the same time, everything lengthens out at the same time. If your low back is popping off the mat as you lengthen out, just stretch your legs up one more inch. You can also have a slight bend behind the knees. Good, rib cage tight, especially when you lower down and lengthen. Belly button in to really activate those deep core muscles. Breathe through it. We're gonna take one more. And when you're finished, hug those knees into your chest. Nicely done. Rock and roll up to a seated position, and we're going to flip over to a high plank, hands and toes. Walk your feet about mat width apart. Hips are slightly tucked, belly button in. Drop your left knee as you add a little hip dip towards the left, down to the mat and come back. Let's switch. Right knee to mat as you take a slight hip dip to the right. So we're just knee dropping side to side with a little twist of the pelvis. Right away, you're gonna feel your obliques fire up. Good. Shoulders stay nice and strong. I want you to puff air into your back so we're not sinking in those shoulder blades. Making sure our wrists are directly underneath our shoulders. Keep it going, side to side. Let's take one more each side. Hold the high plank. Walk your hands back towards your feet, legs straight. We're just taking a quick hamstring stretch. If you'd like to clasp your hands behind your back, stretch your shoulders out, bend the knees, and stretch whatever feels good. Quick hamstring and shoulder stretch. Really releasing that low back, and drop your head down to the mat. Good, hang here, release the arms if they were clasped. We're gonna take inchworm walkouts. Walk your hands all the way back out to a high plank position. One push up there, and then gently walk all the way back, hands to toes. Again, keep it going, walking all the way out, high plank. One push up, either on your knees, which I can't do because Rue's right there, or on your toes. In that push up, totally up to you. Firing up the upper body. And with these push-ups, let's have the elbows go wide to the side. Back stays strong. Moving at your own pace. As you lengthen out to that high plank, I want your hips to be slightly tucked, so we're not arching our back and we're not tucking too much that our hips are high to the sky, just a slight tuck. We're gonna all meet in that high plank, and we're just gonna push up it out. Here we go, either on your toes or on your knees, push-ups, elbows wide to the side. Core stays strong, back stays strong. Keep it going. Breathe through it. Let's take one more push-up. Good, and child's pose. Catch your breath, hips back, stretch those arms. Roll your wrists out if need be. Come up onto your knees. Tricep pulses back. Palms press back behind your hips an inch. Tilt the upper body slightly forward. And we're gonna take circles. Pick a direction, give me small circles. If it's too much on your knees, you could always sit down on those heels. Back stays strong, chest stays proud. And we're working the backs of our arms, so our triceps. They're right back to our hips, or if you can, maybe an inch above your hips. No weight, slow and steady. Keep it going with these circles. And keep the circles going, just switch the direction. Circles in the opposite direction. Try not to round that upper back. I want you to really engage that upper back. Good. Hold the arms back and shake it out. All right, staying on our knees, kneeling squats. Lower down, hips to heels, and squat and stand. Starting to light up the legs. Keep it going. Arms can be in a prayer position, or they can go behind your head, elbows wide. Rib cage tight, wherever you choose to have your hands. You're going to be feeling your glutes as well as your quads here with these squats. Chest stays proud. take one more. Awesome. Shake it out. We're gonna come to our hands and knees now. Hands and knees on all fours. Stretch your left leg back behind you, flex the foot. We're going straight leg kick back. Start to lift that left leg up, squeeze the glute, and lower down. So your left foot is flexed, and the leg is long. Squeezing that left glute. Try to keep your hips nice and parallel down to the ground. Arms are slightly bent here. We're not arching our back. The strength of that glute lifts that leg up. If this is bothering your wrist, you could always take it down to your forearms. Nice. Think lift, squeeze, lower down. Squeeze and lower. You got it. Belly button in towards your spine to really protect that low back. We're going to take one more. Hold that leg up. Point the toe. Bend and turn out the leg. Elbow to knee. Little spider kick back. And then extend that leg back behind you on a diagonal without arching your back. So bend in. Elbow to knee. Extend it right back to your diagonal. That left hip will lift slightly, and you're gonna want to lean into your right hip, but try to press more weight into that left hand. So we're working that left outer glute, although you are gonna be feeling both in this position. Bending in and lengthen out. As you bend in elbow to knee, try not to drop that knee towards the mat. Keep it pointing directly to the side, almost like you can balance it on a little table. Bending in, extend and kick back. You got it. More weight into that left hand or left forearm if you're on your forearm. Good. One more. Then we're going to hold that knee into elbow. We're just going to pulse it. Here we go. Pulse that knee into elbow. Keep it lifted on, balanced on that invisible table. Try not to drop that knee down. Little pulses. More weight into your left hand. You got it. Good. Pulse it in. Knee to elbow. And last one. Woo, quick child's pose. Shake it out. Stretch out that left glute. Catch your breath. We're going to flip all the way down onto our backs. Feet once again are planted hip width apart. Palms pressed down to the mat. And we're going for glute bridges here. When you're ready, lift the hips high, squeeze the glutes, and lower tap down. Nice. Pressing that weight into your heels as you lift, knees drive forward, melt the rib cage, squeeze the glutes as hard as you can, and lower tap. Think lift for 2, lower for 2. Nice and slow. Nice, let's pick up the pace. 1 count. Here we go. Lift and lower. Lift, squeeze, and lower. As you lift, hips stay slightly tucked once again to protect that low back. Tuck and squeeze. Good. Last one. Hold the hips high, and we're just pulsing it out. Lift and lift. Squeezing as hard as you can, driving those knees forward. Breathe through it. Little pulses. Good. Hold everything still. Hold and squeeze. And gently lower. Good. Take your hands behind your head. Elbows wide. Crisscross crunches. Opposite hand reaches to opposite knee in this upper body crunch. Lifting and crossing and crunching from side to side. Here we go. Good. Side to side. Belly button in, low back on the mat. Try to stay lifted in this crunch the whole time as you go from side to side. Good. Exhale, inhale back to center. Exhale, cross, inhale, center. Keep it going. One more each side, cross and cross. Nice. Lift your legs up to tabletop. Flex the feet, lower the head, neck, and shoulders. Now you can have your hands underneath your tailbone for more support here. Extend and press your legs out in front of you on a low diagonal, and then bend back into that tabletop position. Nice. Extend it out. So inner thighs are glued together. Everything's parallel. And if you'd like to amp it up, you can stay with those hands behind your head, elbows wide, but your challenge is to keep that rib cage nice and tight, keep that low back on the mat, and keep pressing that navel down and towards your spine. Good. Inhale out for 2, exhale, bend in for 2. Don't let that low back pop off. If it is, lift the legs 1 more inch. You got it. Breathe through it. We're going to take 1 more. And now go ahead and hug those knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. And then rock and roll up to a seated position. We're going to work that right leg. Flipping onto all fours, hands and knees. Extend your right leg back behind you, flex the foot, and then start to lift that right leg up for your straight leg kickbacks and lower. So hips are parallel, leg is long, foot is flexed. Right away, press more weight into your right hand. If it's bothering your wrist, take it to your forearms. Good, lift, squeeze that glute and lower. Lift, squeeze and lower. Navel into spine. Back stays strong. Keep it going. Try not to arch your back. Really strengthening that right glute. And high hamstring. Arms are slightly bent. Let's take 1 more. Hold the leg up high. Here we go with those spider kicks. Turn out the right knee, bend elbow to knee, and extend and kick back on a diagonal. Point the toe, bend elbow in, flex the foot, kick back. And again, gliding on that invisible table, don't drop that knee as you extend elbow to knee. You're going to be feeling this one a lot more since we already worked the other side. So try to press more weight into that right hand or right forearm as much as you can. Back stays strong. Good. Nice and slow. In for 2. Kick it back for 2. You got it. Working that outer glute. We're going to take 1 more here, and you're going to hold that knee to elbow. Here we go with the pulse it. Pulse it in, knee to elbow. Keep that knee lifted, point it directly to the side. More weight into your right hand. Good, you got it. Pulse it in and in. Back stays strong. Last one. And quick child's pose. Give that glute a nice quick stretch. Catch your breath. We're going to finish on our forearms today. Forearm plank. Forearms and toes. Drop those hips down without arching your back. Spider climbers here. Knee to elbow in this plank. Good. Knee to elbow. Down. Try your best to keep those hips in a long straight line without arching your back, so don't have those hips lifted too much. Drop them down. Good. Working the center core as well as our obliques here. Crunch from side to side. You got it. Shoulders and back strong. Good. Good, this is how we finish. Knee to elbow. Can you drop those hips down 1 more inch? We're gonna take 1 more each side. Hold the plank. Good, hold everything still. Belly button in towards your spine and child's pose. Catch your breath. Awesome work. We're just gonna take a minute to stretch. Hips back, arms nice and long. Walk your hands over to the right, hips to the left. Stretch out your back. Good, and stay low. We're just gonna crawl our hands to the other side. Come back center. And slowly roll up to your knees, stretching out our legs. Right leg forward in a lunge. You can keep that left knee down on the mat. If you want to amp it up, reach for your back ankle, stretch that quad. Breathing through it. Giving our body a nice well-deserved stretch after working so hard. And hips back, front leg long, flex the foot. Give your hamstring a nice stretch. Few deep breaths. And gently come on out. When you're ready, we're going to switch sides. Left leg forward, right knee back in this lunge. Gently dropping your hips down towards the mat. If you want to amp it up on this side, reach for your back ankle. Give that quad a nice stretch. Gently release, hips back, front leg long, flex that foot, and stretch out that hammy. Good, keep breathing. And gently come out. Awesome work today. Thank you so much for taking this class. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, share, subscribe, and I will see you again for a new workout next week.